Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
Hello and welcome back to our channel. Still giving you a full update of what is going on in Supreme Court while they are giving their full hearings on Rivers State and Rivers political crisis. As we speak, a 5-man panel of the Supreme Court led by Justice Omotosho has dismissed the appeal filed by the governor of Rivers State, similarly Fubara, challenging the leadership of the Rivers State House of Assembly led by Amaewhule. Now, this is actually coming just now. Supreme Court has reserved judgment in the appeal number 1105 and 1106, which is challenging the conduct of the local government elections in Rivers State. But meanwhile, a lot of persons are asking questions, and the Supreme Court has already dismissed, of course, the appeal filed by Governor of Rivers State, Similarly Fubara. Now, this appeal number is actually number SC/CV/1071/2024. It's actually challenging the appeal court judgment that declared the state's 2024 budget illegal. Now, the appellant court had ordered him to re-represent the budget to the House of Assembly led by Speaker Right Honorable Amaewhule. That's the appellant court actually demanding Fubara to re-represent. Now, the Court of Appeal had earlier upheld the ruling of Justice Justice Omotosho of the Federal High Court in suit number FHC/ABJ/1613/2023, which mandated Governor Fubara to submit the budget to the Amaewhule-led Assembly for approval. Most Nigerians do not understand what was in that appeal that Fubara just filed and they dismissed. Now, counsel to the governor, Yusuf Ali, at the hearing of the matter, announced the decision of his counsel to withdraw the matter due to the fact that it has been overtaken by events. Now, counsels to first and second respondent, which is Chief Wole Olanikpekun, opposed the application, noting that issues has been joined and a lot of effort has been dissipated on the matter. He asked for a cost of 2 million. That was how the 2 million naira cost or fine was introduced. Now, on his part, counsel to the 3rd to 12th respondent, which is Joseph Daodu, supported the application but also asked for the cost of 2 million naira. Now, ruling on the matter, Justice Uwani, who presided over the 5-man panel, dismissed the appeal and awarded a cost of 2 million naira against the appellant to the first to 12th respondent. Now, most Nigerians are asking, what is in it now for Fubara? Now, the reason why this other asked, they said that that they have joined issues and that a lot of effort has been put in that case to the level of Supreme Court. That was why they were demanding for 2 million for all the expenses and all that. And now, with this, the two fractions are interpreting it the way they deem fit. Others believe that with Omotosho's standpoint, which says that Fubara should re-represent the budget to Amaewhule-led assembly, while Yusuf Ali, who is the lead counsel to the governor, similarly Fubara, actually removed it or withdraw the matter due to the fact that it has been overtaken by events. A lot of events have taken place over this. My colleague is in the house. Now, if each one of them choosing to interpret it, but eventually, I think the court will have to give their final verdict. But for the election, the local government chairmen are literally shaking their legs, wanting to find out what is their verdict, but the court has actually reserved their own verdict on that. The matter is still ongoing. What's your take, really? What do you think this will? Because each one of them is interpreting it how it suits them, however way it suits them. What's your take?
Well, I believe that nobody wants to, accept that that issue has been invalidated. But the truth is that issue has a lot to do with 2024. The financial expenditure. Now, the essence of a budget, what is budget? First of all, budget is an estimate of a financial expenditure or income and expenditure for a period of time, which is mostly a year. They can be monthly budget, they can be quarterly budget, but this case is annual budget for a state. So that money, that it's meant to be presented to them so that they can review that to the House of Assembly. they will review it, and blah, blah, blah. A lot of things will take place. The first thing that would have happened is to put a hold on the expenditure of money.
Which was why they asked CBN not to do this fund.
But as at the time they asked the CBN not to dispense the fund, things have gone haywire. I mean, the expenditure has gone on. You understand? And
it has
before money is being released to similar Fubara, I believe that Accountant General of the Federation must have that document, and also the state accountant must have that document, because he's the one that should hold that budget document. And on a monthly basis, what are we going to do for this month? Because after everything, it will be broken down in all the departments. It will be broken down on a monthly basis. This is what we are going to do. This is what we are going to do. This is what we are going to do. And money will be dispensed based on that. You understand? So now money has been dispensed from the Federation account till December 2024. So which means that particular budget is invalid. Money has been expended. So right now, there's no need for us to keep pushing for it any longer. I believe that the two lawyers understand this. So right now, I feel that the 2 million naira is just compensation. It spends, we've been running around on these and all of that. So let's just look for, and just pay the guys. But right now, this whole budget thing is totally invalid. It makes no sense for you to call after we have expended. How are they going to get the money? Projects are there to prove that these monies were used for projects and all of that. Unfortunately, they didn't get justice as at when due. So what they are trying to do, that particular case has been totally dismissed, squashed, and thrown into the dustbin of justice. So as at now, I'm giving you my position on it based on what we have seen. And being an accountant, I know that this is, when it comes to the issue of budget, there's nothing you cannot go to and say, budget of so month, we should get back the... The only thing you can do is possibly during the expense of that budget, if a budget was given for the repairs of road and that road was not repaired, that one is the duty of EFCC to call for the person. They said, and it's meant to be reported by the state government or maybe by the citizens. Now saying this amount of money was meant to be expended on the repairs of this road. It has not been done. So money has been given out, but it has not been done. But right now, that issue is, for me, it's gone. So the issue of re-representing of this thing can never hold. And that is why I think that was the wisdom they had. And they had to immediately
do 2025 budget.
No, that was the knowledge Martin Amaewhule had late. It came late. So that was when they now say, halt anything called expense of money. They were trying to halt it so that it can now, there will be reason for representation of that budget. So it has already been sealed. That is forgotten. So 2025 here, based on the provision of the Constitution, you're supposed to give, if there is no presentation of budget, you need to give them a timeline, the government timeline, at least for the next 3 months. For him to bring, he can still spend money, but we are going to wait for him for the next 3 months based on the Constitution. Wait for him for the next 3 months. If he doesn't bring, then we can now say, don't pay them this, and all of that. So this whole thing is so I think Fubara is working with some smart dudes, and it's a matter of sitting down with the Constitution, looking at the loopholes on it, capitalizing on those loopholes, and continue your administration. And that's exactly what is going on now. So right now, what is most important, I would say, for Martin Amaewhule, for Wike's ally, or Wike himself, is the restoration of these guys back to their position as lawmakers. That is the most important thing. If that is done, then they can now sit back and start undoing, certain things that have been undone, they'll start undoing it and all of that, which will put the state itself in a state of chaos. Because imagine you now at this point invalidating the case of the local government chairman, you call it off. If you call it off, I believe that Supreme Court will take into consideration all of this. I'm not trying to preempt anything, but I'm just imagining you calling it off and say there was no election when they follow due process. You understand? And even this issue of local government election, it's not even INEC that is coming out to say, we want to invalidate it and all of that. It's some dudes who say, it's our right. We are the ones to do this and do this. You guys were not in existence. The case was in court, but come on, the state needs to move on. So right now, I can't preempt anything, but it's from all indication, it seems as though Fubara is going to be walking away with victory, because when all of those things are put into consideration, being that he followed the due process when it comes to the issue of local government election, they said 3 months. He waited for that 3 months and immediately said they should go on, because that was the directive from the federal government, from the Supreme Court. Because of local government autonomy, all the caretaker committees should be dissolved and elections should be held in the next 90 days. And he followed abruptly. Next 19 days, there was election, and those elections brought in those people. And when he brought them in, legitimately, the campaign and the invite was given by the state INEC to all the RISEC, that's RISEC, state INEC. It was given to them, or let me say State Electoral Commission. Now, it was given by, invitation was extended to APC, extended to PDP, extended to all the political parties. Most of them have cases in court, you understand? Some of them say, we did not see it, blah, 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 but it was extended to them. I can still remember that Emeka Beke, who is currently the chairman of the APC in Rivers State, said he got it, and they filed in people. But unfortunately, there was a tussle in.
But they still have their names.
But you understand? So that alone too will invalidate whatever move APC, because APC is also trying to get involved in this and trying to make move to see how it will be done. So it's going to be quite interesting, I must say.
All right, let's go wrap it up. We're going to give you more update as more info comes in. Let's go wrap